Oh boy. Whoa. Thank you very much. Wow. Oh, that's 3 plates. That's for 3 people, right? Thank you. What is up, Kilo Crew, and welcome to today's video. Today I am in Joensuu, Finland, at a place called Ravintola Karhunmäki, which I guess means restaurant bear hill, which is kind of rad. There's some like bear themes going on here. We drove like a roundabout with bear statues. Anyways, not important. I am here to take on their massive man versus food mixed grill challenge. Now in front of me I have 3 different kinds of meats. I have a plate full of pork, I have a plate full of chicken breast, and then a plate full of their steak. Each one is served with a giant side of their creamy potatoes. I could have also gone with French fries, but after eating 1.5 kilos of fries with that fish and chips challenge, I think I'm gonna go with creamy potatoes. But it is then topped with some of their mushroom sauce, which is the sauce I chose. There's a few other choices, but if I am successful in eating all of this in under an hour, I do get my €100 meal for free and a spot up on the Wall of Fame, joining just 3 other people, 2 of which are professional eaters. We have Mr. Beard Meats Food and then the Finnish eater himself, Jesse Panonen. So yeah, it'll be great to join them up on the wall if I'm able to do it. This is a lot of food, about 3 kilos in front of me. So as usual, there ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's get this protein on and get this challenge started. Whee! All right, now my biggest challenge is actually not to get all this sauce on my pants. That should be fun. Anyways, 1, 2, 3. It is meat eating time. No utensils, let's go. Start with chicken. Oh, wow. That chicken's like butter.
These chicken breasts would be every bodybuilder's dream. So scrumptious.
That is crazy tender.
Which is lucky too, because these went down significantly quicker than I expected.
And this is chicken breast, by the way, and it's that tender. Wow.
I ended up asking how they made these so tender, and I guess they're sort of sous vide, is that a verb, in a way, before they're grilled.
Let's swerve while that chicken cools down and get after some of this steak. Again, with my hands. I typically don't do this, but there's not much room to cut.
As alluded to in the intro, this meat was covered in a lot of sauce, so it was kind of hard to do any sort of cutting and be proper, so hands it was.
This is out of character for me, but it's cooked well done, but it's still somehow tender, so that's good.
Obviously still would have preferred medium rare, but it turned out a lot better than I thought it would, being well done, so yeah, I wasn't too upset about it. It was still tasty.
I'm glad I lifted today. Maximize them gains.
No problem, no problem. Just eating about 550 grams of protein in one sitting. I feel like that was my gains for like 3 days of lifting.
Great flavor on all of this, and I love how customizable this whole challenge is in terms of like sides, sauces, and even seasonings. No, we're just getting started. Although I will say I've already scoped out the little dessert freezer, and I think I'm going to be hitting that up after this.
With no end in sight to all of the savory goodness I still had to take down, that dessert freezer really was looking rather splendid off in the distance.
Okay, final bite of steak. My goodness, that was a lot of beef.
It just seemed like the protein was never ending. I would keep like uncovering more and more chicken from underneath the sauce, and I would get more and more demoralized.
Okay, chicken is done. On to the pork.
Now this pork was tasty, but I should have eaten it first strategically. It was one of the tougher of the meats, so I probably should have saved the chicken for last.
Oh, it was making me wish I was vegan.
Hey, I knew exactly what I was taking on when I signed up to do a man versus food mixed grill challenge, so it's not like I walked into this unawares.
All right, last couple bites of pork, then it's on to spuds and creamy sauce.
And this is where things start to get really, really tricky. There was so much rich sauce piled up, mixed together, and so many potatoes left to get through.
That's what I get for eating with my hands. All right, quick sip of sody just to rinse the palate. Bring me some sweet relief. Oh yeah, excuse me. Okay, potato time. I'm now rejuvenated. These are like really extra creamy au gratin potatoes.
Although an overabundance of potatoes, they were in fact super scrumptious. They reminded me of my grandma's au gratin potatoes. I was in heaven.
one side pretty much down. I'll leave no doubt and scrape a little bit more of the sauce.
To be fair, if I was at home and no one was watching, I'm pretty sure I would have just picked up the entire plate and licked it clean. The sauce really was fantastic. I don't think I was saying that 2 plates later, but at this point, it was awesome.
We're gonna call that good. Ooh, on to the next. Oh boy. I don't think I'll be cleaning this plate the same way. There's quite a lot of mystery meat juice. Ugh.
I'm not entirely sure why I called it mystery meat juice. I knew exactly what kind of meat it was from, but it certainly didn't look too appetizing.
Okay. Is it okay to leave the grease? Leave no doubt, King?
I would say yes. I think you've done more than enough.
Okay. All right. On to the next. Ooh, I can't let this get in my head too much. There's a lot of potato and cream. So it was 2 kilos of meat, and I'm gonna say at least 2 kilos of potatoes in sauce. Probably about 1 kilo per plate. 3/4 of a kilo per plate.
Still look good.
And with that lovely compliment from Randy, I'm going to leave you guys to enjoy the rest of this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will of course catch you guys in the next one.
Easy.
You want to ask me if I'm full again? I have a different answer, yeah. I'm very full. Last potato, and it's just a little bit of sauce. Excuse me.
There we go.
Luckily, the sauce kind of tastes like cream of mushroom soup. So I feel like I'm just eating cold soup. Well, I'm gonna call this pretty much the last bite. Key piece? Oh boy. Okay. That was a lot harder than I expected it to be.
Are you hungry?
Not anymore. Maybe dessert in like 30 minutes, but I am really happy to have gotten through all that in 35 minutes and 5 seconds. That was quite the unexpected portion of creamy potatoes, but all of the meat was wonderful. Actually, I'm very surprised. The chicken breast was my favorite of the meats. It was weirdly tender, like amazingly tender. The flavor was great. I'd say second place would be the pork, third place would be the steak, just because I prefer mine medium rare. But either way, all 3 of the meats were great. The potatoes were fantastic. If you come here, be hungry, because I guess that is the normal portion per plate of potatoes. So a big thank you to Ravintola Karhunmäki, or Restaurant Bear Hill, for having me in today. I am very happy to be the first lady up on the Wall of Fame, joining my pal Beard Meats Food and Jesse Panonen, who I have yet to meet, but he helped us set some of these up, so thank you, Jesse. Thank you all for watching. Kiitos to everyone here that was cheering me on. I will catch you guys in the next video with a special guest as a teammate. Until then, okay, peace out, bye.